Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Good morning. How are ya? We doing all right? Good morning to you. It is Thursday morning, August the 22nd. One of the weirder days in my television career. Did the morning newscast at the TV station, and now I'm in Volusia County. I'll be here for a little bit, and then I'll go back to the state. What a day. We'll talk more. We'll talk more about the day and why I'm here, what I'm doing, all that fun stuff. Coming up in just a little bit. But first, let's kind of get a lay of the land this morning. It is a little gray, a little cloudy outside, but it's also beautiful for now. Lots of moisture in play. Here's a live look outside on our Tower Cam network over at the Orlando International Airport. We are looking good. Let me take you over to the Disney Springs area. Yeah, some clouds around. You're going to see this trend on all of our Tower Cams here. West 2 Studios, Tower Cam looking toward downtown Orlando. Some clouds, downtown Orlando proper. It almost looks kind of stormy, doesn't it? Yeah, let me take you over to Port Canaveral, see what's doing there. A couple of the cruise ships, they were not there when I was at the station a couple of minutes ago. So at least, hey, we're looking pretty. And at least for our morning tour, last but not least, we'll take you over to New Smyrna Beach, looking northbound toward the Ponce Inlet. It's a pretty start to our day. All right. Where are we at in terms of conditions? Here's a live look at our first warning Doppler radar. What you're seeing around the metro is not rain at all. I'll lapse it. You can basically, there's a temperature inversion. So all of this stuff here is all gook. That's not anything real, right? All right. But there is some real stuff heading on in. So let me take you over to Zephyr Hills, like right on the Polk Lake Sumter border. There's some of those heavier downpours around. Just checking on our velocity. All right, so nothing too crazy in terms of wind, but there's some rain. And as a matter of fact, go even further to the west, and there's plenty more rainfall. Gusty downpours basically coming in off of the Gulf of Mexico. If we switch over to the Tampa radar, and it's also super noisy, I'll have you know, because of the atmospheric conditions. But you can see my brother over in St. Pete. It's a nasty morning over there. I'm curious if um, I'm curious how much lightning we've had here in the last few hours. But at any rate, kind of a stormy morning over on the West Coast. Temperatures out the door, 70s. We are heading into the 80s. 80s for high temperatures today, and yeah, a high coverage of showers and storms. Today it is a 70% coverage of rain, and it is that 70% coverage that has had led me to it about like 3:30, 3:45 this morning. Call it an impact day because of the whole idea of widespread heavy downpours. So that's kind of where we're at. So before I go any further, how we doing this morning? Everybody good? We good? Good morning, Dawn, Terry, Trina, Debbie, Jan. Good morning, y'all. How are ya? Yukon says you're already out of suit and tie. I was out of suit and tie at like 7 o'clock this morning. I think I finished my last hit at 6:56. By 6:59, I was out of suit and tie. Yeah. All right. Yukon, what's new? Hey, welcome back, Yukon. Good morning. Good morning. Glad to see you. Glad to see you. Michael, good morning. Good morning. Frank, good morning. A stormy morning out by you for sure. Yeah. All right. So let's do this. You can clearly see there's a lot of stormy weather in our afternoon outlook. So let's do this. Let's dial up Futurecast and get an idea of the storms in motion, right? So first off, 8 a.m. model doing a good job of showing it kind of southwest of Orlando. Little waves of energy through 10, 11. That's going to fade through about 11, 12, 1 o'clock and will be pretty okay. Then by 2, 3 o'clock, starting to reset the atmosphere, getting those afternoon storms popping, right? There's 4, 5 o'clock, we'll get into storms, and then 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock, watch the sea breezes collide. There you go. The more vibrant reds and oranges and purples, that's letting you know that we're going to be talking about some big thunderstorms. So a much later start to today's storms, at least according to our modeling. There's 9 o'clock, still heavy downpours through the metro. 10 o'clock, 11, 12, little by little that will taper off. So that's kind of where we're at. A pretty decent change around in terms of rain in terms of timing versus where we were at yesterday. All right. So that's kind of where things sit right now. And because of this pattern, and just how many of us are going to be getting wet. I called it a first warning impact day today, and Marquise is certainly continuing to follow that path, right? So 2 to 8 p.m., we were chatting this morning. There was no disagreement there. It's all very much kind of in line for new model data showing that. So just keep that in mind. Okay, for the forecast, we're going with widespread showers and thunder showers. All right, that's kind of where we're at today. Questions, comments, concerns? Yeah. Debbie says, I took cannoli. Debbie? Seriously? I mean, this is one of those mornings where, like, that's our live radar, okay? You said 6:30? I'm just curious because, like, I'm just 7:12. I'm not calling you a liar, just so that you know. All right, so I'm gonna just go to 6:30, and like I don't see anything on the radar, like at all. Melbourne radar. They go back 6:30. Oh, you little bugger! Look at that. It was like 6:49. So wait, did our radar not show it? I'm going. Hold on. Did I miss it? It was literally there for like a few minutes. Oh, you little bugger. I see you now. You popped up out of nowhere. How funny. These tiny little sprinkles. I didn't even see them. How funny. Totally did not see that. I'm not going to say I'm embarrassed. It's almost one of those like, wow, how did that happen? Okay. Well, there you go. So we had a couple showers already. Totally, Debbie. When you said that, I'm thinking you're crazy. I mean, I have my other reasons to think. I'm just kidding. But like, I totally didn't see those little showers. And of course, they were right over you. So anyway, that's that. How funny. All right. So really stormy pattern these next couple of days. Really stormy pattern. 70% coverage of rain today, tomorrow, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, to get back to a more normal setup. Yeah. Gisella's asking, so safe to say Disney probably not a great choice tonight? Uh, I mean, it's going to be rainy. It's going to be rainy. Yeah. Diane says, storm's approaching. At least my headache, day 2, is legit. Yeah, it's legit. Yeah. Annie says, overcast in Daytona Beach. Where I'm at in Daytona Beach, there's a little bit of blue sky. A little bit of blue sky. All right. Um, let's see here. He is embarrassed. Embarrassed. Done. That's funny. That's funny. All right, let's see here. Those nines in the forecast need to go. There's not a lot of 90s on this. We're getting a lot of rain. Yeah, and Jessica says we're finally getting some rain lately. Yeah, it's true. It's true. It's true. All right, so that's kind of where we're at. Yeah, a healthy opportunity for rain. Here's the setup, and this is kind of a unique little setup here. Hold on. Here it is. Okay. All right. So for today we've got, and I'll just illustrate this way. We've got this frontal boundary sitting over top of us, and it's, as long as it's draped here, it's just bringing moisture. Moisture showers and thunder showers, heavy downpours, that kind of a thing, right? So for this weekend, and you can actually see that moisture by looking, this is the GFS model, but looking at the water vapor channel, look at that green over us. You see that? Now look in the bottom right corner. You see that there? Tropical wave. Watch what happens. Okay, that old front's moisture starts to fade, and that tropical wave, kablowy, moves into Central Florida and just sits over us. So basically, into this weekend, yeah, we're going into higher coverage of rain. That's going to linger through Monday. And then by Tuesday, watch drier air sneak back in, and it just kind of puts us back to normal. So that's why the pattern is what it is these next couple of days. That's why the 7-day forecast is as stormy as it is the next couple of days. So, for example, of course, there's high school football tomorrow night. So let's discuss. All right. Winter Park and Jones. That'll be a fun one. But notice, the modeling tomorrow also illustrates a later start to showers and thunder showers. So, yeah, heavy rains certainly will be around, we think, around kickoff, at least for this game. Maybe some other games will be looking better. We'll have to get there. But yeah, showers and thunder showers certainly are a concern for Friday Night Football. Now, it's not just Friday Night Football, of course. There is some racing in Daytona Beach, and that's actually what brings me here, because we're increasing our coverage for it, and I'm going to be live. I have no idea exactly where, but I'm going to be live at the Speedway-ish tomorrow. So I've got to meet here with the folks here and get everything all taken care of. So that's why and this kind of, so let me just tell you real quick, like this is my day. I was originally supposed to be on the air through 9. Marquise was going to do the 9 so that I could do corporate graphics, because what I've been alluding to is that we have a new graphics package coming out. And if a boss yells at me, I'm really, really sorry. I don't mean to be like breaking news here. But at 11 a.m. today, we launch the first station on this graphics package. So again, I'm sorry if I'm saying anything out of turn, but logistically. So, by the way, if you have nothing to do at 11 a.m. today, I highly suggest you watch WBBH in Fort Myers, our sister station in Fort Myers, the NBC station, NBC2 in Fort Myers. A lot of work went into that. A lot of work went into that. So anyway, so they were like, we need you to pick up your stuff and run out to Daytona. And I'm like, I actually don't know how this is going to work out. I said, I think the only time that I can do it is between like 8 and 10, or between 8 and 9. And so they asked Marquise. Marquise was team player enough to come in and do the 7 and 8 and 9. So anyway, here I am in Daytona Beach grabbing that, and then I'm going to run back over to assist Fort Myers with their graphics package launch. So yeah, that's exciting. Cindy says, I think we had figured that out by now. It's not going to be dramatically different. It's a little bit of a polish, a little bit of an evolution. But anyway, I digress. You can watch NBC2 in Fort Myers and see it today if you want to nerd out. And just know that those weather graphics that you see at an NBC2 in Fort Myers will be coming to a coffee talk near you very soon. So anyway, doing that, and then coming to Daytona. Like I said, I have no idea where, but I believe I'm taking the weather lab tomorrow, and we'll be doing weather from the Speedway ish. We're gonna figure this out. So anyway, all that long story long to say, tomorrow's race forecast is very much in question. Just like the Friday night high school football, we're looking at showers and thunder showers for the Wawa 250. That sunset, that evening time frame is going to be the worry, right? So let's do and then we can look at Saturday's forecast as well in a minute. But for the Wawa 250, storms around 7:30's race time. So let's get Futurecast going. And let's just go to tomorrow. Okay, so tomorrow morning, first off, the model's showing some rain around even in the morning. So there's that. All right, 10, 11, 12, 1 o'clock, mostly cloudy skies. 3, 4 o'clock, starting with some storms out west, but notice 5, 6 o'clock. So a little earlier than today, but still widespread storms around. Okay, 7 o'clock, football time, right? 7:30, we've got stormy weather around. There's race time, and clearly some of those red shades around race time around Daytona Beach may not be the perfect forecast for it. So that's why there is concern for the 250, right? That's why we unfortunately have to call for storms to be around. For the Coke Zero Sugar 400, at the moment, model data wants to keep it a little bit earlier, but we'll have to see how that shapes up. So, yeah, there is some concern for race time forecast for now. All right. All right. Questions about that so far? Yeah. Yukon, they have an 11 a.m. news in Fort Myers. They do. They have an 11 a.m. newscast, and they're debuting some graphics. So I highly suggest anybody on a nerd front wants to know what's coming to a Wesh 2 near you. Check out WBBH. I think it's NBC2.com or something like that. Yeah. All right. Let's see here. That's game time for the teenager. Taylor says, I know, I know, I know. Diane says it takes a long time to dry the track. Well, I think that's the worry, right? That's the worry is how this is going to time out. Yeah. So we'll have to see. We'll have to see. Matt, link to watch. I'll probably if as long as I'm not like deconstructing an emergency, I'll probably I will probably post a link. So yeah. Yeah. When working in the heat, the rain is our best friend. Totally get that, William. But when wanting to race, heat's not the greatest thing. All right, out to the tropics we go. Let's see how we're doing. And, for now, really not much. That tropical wave's moving into South Florida. We discussed that, bringing us the rain chances this weekend and into early next week. But that's all we've got. So the good news is we're fairly quiet in that sense. Computer models, let's dial those up and see what's doing. And may I just add, like the fact that like I'm sitting in a parking lot, literally nobody around me. Hold on one second. Jason guy's blowing my phone up. Yes, hold on a second. Yes, I haven't gone in yet. I'm in the parking lot doing coffee talk, stopping what I'm doing to text you. Punk nasty. Okay. All right. What I was saying is like I'm just amazed at technology. Like we're just sitting here hanging out. I'm in a car. Literally, nobody around me has a clue that there's some dude doing a broadcast in here. For like 7 people. But here we are. All right. Let's widen this view out. Boom. There we go. All right. GFS. Keep it quiet, punk. Keep it quiet. Boy, it really has backed off. Okay, first off, like that thing off the Northeast United States is showing up, but what are you doing down there off the coast of South America and the Gulf of Mexico, September 6th? What is happening there? Okay, so some things are popping up. Ooh, I don't like what the end of that's looking like. Let's go back a run. Nothing. Right? Let's go back 2 runs. Something. 3 runs. Something. So that thing around Cuba, that thing around the Bay of Campeche, couple of things to watch. All right, so that's a GFS. Let's switch over to the Euro. Ba, 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 ba. No, this is not a good angle of my face. I apologize. Go to the control member. The ensemble controls what kind of it's a way to look at an operational Euro at 360 hours out. So it's showing something also, but it's recurving it. So interesting. All right, let's go to the actual GFS ensembles. Let's go to the beginning. All right, so ensembles. Let's talk a little bit about ensembling. If you're new to watching Coffee Talk, I like to share just as much data as I can with you, give you a full idea of what we're seeing. Okay. So ensembling is like 51 flavors of Baskin Robbins, right? Here's the GFS ensemble members. Okay. Um, there's 30 different versions of the GFS that run, and they run in parallel. They run like right on top of each other. But instead of showing it here and trying to see something in each one, what I can do is I can put them all on top of each other. So when you see like what looks like 6 hurricanes, it just means 6 members of 30 are showing this. Okay. So let's watch and just kind of see where we're at. Thankfully, like nothing crazy. Maybe, a couple ensemble members, maybe something in the Gulf. Not a ton, but a couple of members. But notice there's a bunch of stuff now toward the end. You see there's a bunch of those coming alive around the Caribbean, back out to the open Atlantic. So GFS ensembles are trying to sniff something out. They've definitely backed off where they were maybe say 2-3 days ago. All right, let's switch back over. Stop. Let's look at the European ensembles. Okay. Yeah, so we the European ensembles are definitely coming alive. So there'll be something to watch. There'll be something to watch. We're good for now though. All right, we're good for now, and I think that that's the key. As long as we're good for now, let's keep it that way. Keep it that way. Okay. All right. Questions, comments, concerns. Quiet in the tropics for now. Ensembles are hinting at something down the way. We'll have to keep eyes on it. All right. All right. Questions, comments, concerns, anything at all. Jeannie says we are the 7 most important people, by the way. Oh, I'm not disagreeing. Also, it's like 700 people, but I digress. I'm just trying to be a putz, okay? Let's see here. Questions? Y'all are quiet. So much talking back and forth about things that I don't know about. What time you broadcasting live? We're going to go stalk you. I have no idea. I also have no idea where I'm going to be. I'll let you know. Debbie's asking what time you're going to be at the Speedway. I will figure it out. I have no idea. I'll figure it out. Yep. Nancy in Lakeland. Howdy, howdy. How are you? Of course, Terry. It's my pleasure. It's honestly my pleasure. Yeah. What was with the water spout in Sanford yesterday? Listen, y'all know this. I say this all the time. Any afternoon, any afternoon, Florida's gonna Florida. Any afternoon, man. Any afternoon. Kelly says, "Yo, I'm talking and you aren't listening. I want my jerky." Oh, your what? You want me to go to Bucky's? Is that what it is? Oh, Gavolt. Everybody's putting in requests. Oh man, it's a wonderful morning. We're enjoying the weather. Absolutely, we should. We all should, right? And if the weather holds out, I haven't flown this week, and you've got to fly like every week to keep proficient. If I can, I want to try and get up for an hour today. If I can try. Yeah. All right. All right. Look, that's all I got for you. I'm gonna go figure this thing out for tomorrow, and let you know. But again, if you're bored, if you're looking for something to do, 11 a.m. today, NBC2 in Fort Myers. I'll probably post it. I'll probably post it. But yeah, NBC2 in Fort Myers, WBBH. Some new things are gonna look pretty cool. All right. Be the sunshine in someone else's day. Thank you so much for hanging out for Coffee Talk. I'll see you all tomorrow morning on Sunrise from somewhere in the Speedway vicinity, and certainly we'll have a Coffee Talk that we'll do there as well. Sound good? All right. Bye, y'all.